What keeps you religious in a world where being religious is unpopular?
So anything that I've done or anything that I've accomplished in my life, I've always prayed. I've always prayed to God that I've always told him, I know that you're here with me, even when I'm scared to do something or even when I have fear. Maybe in a world where I didn't believe in God, I don't know if I'd have the courage to do things. But I get the courage to do things because I believe in God. I believe that God is there with me, that he's holding me by his hand, and that whatever I do, he's there with me. He's there to protect me. I've also had a lot of spiritual things happen to me in life. A lot of negative spiritual things happen to me in life. But it's also just the things that I've seen him done in my family. Like at one point, my family was, the IRS was on us. But my parents specifically were in trouble and they were going to be sent to jail over something that they didn't do. But my mom stayed devoted to God and prayed to God. And we got out of the situation completely fine and unharmed. But it was a very scary moment in our lives. I came out of the wound like almost dead, but I'm here and I'm fine. My mom had a lot of pregnancy problems with me where the doctors believed that either I would die or she would die or we would both die. And there's just been so many moments in my life where I've been in a situation where, perfect example, I had gone on this trip to meet some friends at a different city, and we hanged out, and it was a lot of fun. When I came back to my house, there was this moment in like halfway through the journey. It was about an hour and a half drive. Halfway back, my car's lights like started flickering on the inside. The car seemed like it was about to shut down, and I was on 99, so not exactly the best place to be at. But I made it home completely fine. And like the moment I made it home, dude, I'm not lying to you. My car just went poof, just just turned off, like it knew it was home, and it was like I can rest now, and
Wow.
it turned off. And then I had this other time where my coolant cap broke off at some point when I was driving, and it like emptied out. And I drove my car for maybe 2 days consecutively in a different city. And when I finally came back home, I didn't come to realize what was wrong with my car until we popped up the hoodie and saw that I had no coolant water. So I'm surprised I'm alive, but I am. And it's those moments where I'm like, God has really like protected me and guided me throughout my life.
Why do you think it's hard for people to be religious?
I understand a lot of the time when people pray and things don't turn out the way they do. I've always believed that God has a plan for all of us. But it's your relationship and devotion to God that I think greatly impacts how things will play in your life in terms of like when you pray, right? If you pray for something and you don't have this connection with God, likely it won't go the way you're hoping, right? But I believe the more of a closer relationship you have with God,
Who knows? You never know, eh?
you never know. But I think the more of a tighter relationship you have with God, God hears your prayers and he has a plan for all of us. And if something happens and it doesn't happen in the way you were hoping, it's because this isn't what God had planned for you, and he has higher, better plans for all of us. But I understand, like, people pray and people have a lot of questions of the Bible, and I'm still like I'm a Christian, but I wouldn't be able to just explain everything to you in the Bible or why things are the way they are. So I completely understand, and I don't blame people if they don't believe in God or if people are atheists. I don't blame them at all. And I've always said that everyone is complete. Like, I don't judge anyone whatever they believe or their beliefs, right? And I'll never force my beliefs onto anyone else either. Because a lot of the day, it's our beliefs that give us the strength to like move forward, and you don't want to take that away from anyone, or make fun of it. Like, we shouldn't make fun of anyone regardless, but you try to make ill of something that someone believes in, you could possibly ruin that like engine that keeps them going, you know?
That's a
And
beautiful
I don't
way to
want
put
do that
it.
for anyone.
That's a beautiful way
Thank
to
you.
put it.
Because maybe someone believes that peanut butter sandwiches are their god, and that belief is why they're going to be like the next president, you know? It's like, I don't want to judge anyone or
Wow,
make
I'd
fun
love to
of
see a
whatever.
movie on that. That is wild.
It would be a very entertaining, interesting movie.